Sakura Mochi is a delicious traditional Japanese sweet rice cake made with pink mochi rice filled with red bean paste and wrapped with a salted cherry blossom leaf. It's beautiful and perfect for spring. For print of a version of this recipe, visit my website, just Google Sakura Mochi statue to find me. Start by pouring 150 grams of mochi rice into a sieve over bowl, then add enough water to cover it and gently wash it. We'll need to do this 3 times to remove any dust and excess starch. Sakura Mochi is traditionally made with a special rice called domyojiko. However, this ingredient can be difficult to find even in Japan. Domyojiko is made from processed mochi rice, so I'm going to show you how to achieve that texture with regular mochi rice. By the way, mochi rice is also sometimes called glutinous rice or sweet rice in English, so keep that in mind when shopping for ingredients. Regular rice or even sushi rice won't work for this recipe. Once it's washed, cover it with water and leave it to soak for about 1 hour. The soaking is important for ensuring the rice will cook all the way to the core. While we wait, I'm going to take my salted cherry blossom leaves and soak them in water. These are preserved in a strong salt brine, so soaking them helps remove some of the excess salt. If you can't buy these, you can make them yourself at home by simply storing blanched cherry blossom leaves in a high percentage salt brine. I have instructions on how to do this on my blog, which is linked in the description. Next, I have 120 grams of smooth red bean paste that I've already divided into 20 grams pieces. Roll these into bowls like this. I'm making 6 Sakura Mochi today, but you can make 8 smaller ones if you prefer. If you make 8, then increase the anko to 160 grams. Once they're rolled, cover them and keep them in the fridge until later. Okay, it's been about an hour now, so I'm going to drain my rice and give it a good shake to remove the excess water. Leave it to dry for about 10 minutes. This might seem counterintuitive after soaking the rice, but drying the surface stops the outside from becoming mushy and helps with the next step. After 10 or so minutes, take a clean damp tea towel and pour the rice into the center. Wrap it up and use a rolling pin to pound the rice and break up the grains. I'm doing this to mimic the texture of domyojiko, which is kind of like tiny flakes of rice. This is one of the unique qualities of Sakura Mochi that makes it different to other kinds of mochi. You don't have to be too thorough and break every single grain. Something like this is good. Once you're happy with it, pour it into a microwavable bowl and add 175 milliliters of cold water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 or 2 drops of pink food dye. Give it a mix, then cover the bowl with plastic wrap and microwave it for 2 minutes at 600 watts. Take it out and give it a mix with a rice puddle. It won't look much different at this point, but we mix it to help it cook more evenly. Return it to the microwave again for 2 minutes at 600 watts. This time you can see it's starting to absorb the water and thicken. We're just gonna mix it again. By the way, if you don't have a microwave, you can steam it instead. I have instructions for the steaming method in the written recipe on my blog. Now let's return to the microwave once more for 2 minutes at 600 watts. Finally, you should see that the water is all gone. I recommend tasting a little bit at this point to test the texture. And if there's still hard bits, you can return it to the microwave and heat in 30 seconds intervals until it's softened to your liking. Mixing it with a rice puddle will help release some of the steam and cool down faster. Loosely cover the bowl and leave it until it's cool enough to touch. While I wait, I'm going to get my cherry blossom leaves and dry them with kitchen paper. They don't need to be completely dry, just free of water droplets. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. The rice is still a bit hot, but I can touch it. Mix it again with a rice puddle. If you find it's sticking, dip the puddle in water. Next, I'm going to roughly divide it into 6 portions. I mentioned it earlier, but in case you missed it, you can stretch this mixture out a bit and make a smaller or less ricey Sakura Mochi if you prefer. When you're ready to shape, place your sakura leaves and balls of anko at arm's length. Dip your hands into a bowl of cold water and scoop a portion of rice out of the bowl. Roll it roughly into a bowl and then flatten it on your palm. About half a centimeter thick is good. If it's too sticky, weigh your hands again. You can also flatten it by gently pinching the edges out. constant movement is key to preventing sticking. Once it looks like this, place a bowl of anko in the middle. To seal it, push the edges of the rice up while turning and pinching. Keep a bowl of water nearby and wet your hands or fingers anytime it gets too sticky. Once the anko is sealed inside, neaten up the shape by rolling it into a bowl or a kind of oval shape. Finally, wrap it with the sakura leaf, and that's it. Did you know there are two kinds of sakura mochi? The one I'm making today is Kansai style, which is more well known, especially outside Japan. The other kind is Kanto style, and rather than rice, it's wrapped with a chewy pink crepe. I live in central Japan and I see Kansai style the most, but both are delicious. These are served at room temperature and are best eaten the day that they're made. By the way, yes, you do eat the leaf. It's optional, but it's really one of the key flavors of Sakura Mochi, and it's just delicious. Want even more delicious recipes? Grab my free cookbook from the link in the description. Okay, let's go over the ingredients one more time. And if you're ready to cook, grab the written instructions by clicking the full recipe box with a picture that's about to pop up on your screen. Here we go, the link to the full recipe is on the screen for you now. And if you want to watch more similar videos, don't miss my dessert playlist popping up on your screen as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.